Yeah, he was. He ran super on his debut run here. He didn't show much speed in the 1,000 metres. That's why I spoke to Chris and said, hopefully, if we can get to 1,200, I think he'll run a lot better. But yeah, he didn't show much speed. He sort of got locked away a little bit when he finally did pick up the bit, and then took him a little bit to get some room to move. And once he got out, he really launched. I dare say if he got a bit of momentum running earlier, I think he probably nearly would have won that race. But 1,200 metres should suit a lot better. He's obviously a horse that gets back a little bit. He hasn't got much early speed. Even in his trials in Chungfa, he's been getting back. But yeah, hopefully hit the line strong.
And you trialled him plenty before his debut. He went off at a big price that day as well. Did the performance come as somewhat of a shock to you, or not really? A
little bit, to be honest. Yeah, I thought he would, whatever he would do, he would improve on. But yeah, look, he was like 50 to 1, and he's just got beat. So it was a massive run. He wasn't showing that much in his trials, but obviously he's a horse that just turns up race day. So look, his Chungfa trial was a little bit lackluster, but that's sort of the horse he is. He's a bit laid back. When you ask him to really go, that's when he finds.
Alexi Bedell, PI Legend's a horse who's shown plenty of promise in a short space of time. He runs on the dirt for the first time. What do you make of that?
Well, he had a good trial on the dirt prior to his debut, and with the blinkers on, I believe. And I was on him, and he gave me a good feel. After that, he's been running consistently well, and I think with the rating, he should be running well.
Yep, you rode him on New Year's Day. Of course, you get back on him for the first time since then. You have galloped him recently as well. What kind of feel did he give you then?
Oh, he's got ability. He surely got the class, the level for Class 3. I believe he's got the ability for that. But he needs to mature. He needs to understand what is it about in Hong Kong. And I think once we got this right, he'll be right there.
And there's been a few races since you've sat on him. As I mentioned, you sat on him for a gallop. Have you seen him already start to take those steps forward in his development?
I think physically the horse improved, and his manners have improved as well. He's a bit more quiet, a bit more professional. But the abilities are there, so if he put it together on race day, he should run a good race.
Yeah, it's a little bit surprised, but he only have one start in Hong Kong, 2 start overseas, so he's still pretty young and keep learning, improving. Yeah, he win is a little bit surprised, yes.
You mentioned it being a surprise. How much of a shock was it to you? Because it was only his second start, and he went off at 46 to 1 as well.
I said he pretty green and young, and he could like travel and sometimes off the beat. So since I picked up his bridle, he gave me great finish, great turn of foot. So I think he's progressing and keep improving. Yeah.
Fantastic. And you galloped him on Monday. How's he done since that race?
He in the morning travel, he didn't show anything. He's a bit like lazy, like, or look around a bit. Like I think he's still a lot to improve, but he definitely like keep improving and progressing horses. Yes.
Well, he's been racing against the big boys. It's a big step back in class for him. As long as he draws reasonably well, he'd have a chance. He's a horse that you can't be too positive on. He likes to find his feet a little bit, but yeah, he's done a good job.
And you rode him, I suppose, throughout his career. He made his debut in June 24, all the way up to September of last year. How's he developed both physically and mentally since then?
Oh, he's always been a beautifully big, strong horse. He didn't need to develop any more in that regard, and he come here and showed straight away that he had some ability. It's just a matter of, you know, like all horse in Hong Kong, after a period of time, they seem to settle into the place and find their home. But yeah, he's always been a lovely horse.
And Sunday's race could be a litmus test for bigger, better things, hopefully in Group 1 company out in Dubai. That could be down the straight. You've also ridden him round the bend. Do you think there's one of those that he prefers, or do you think he's pretty versatile in that respect?
I do think he's better up the straight. I think the tempo of the race, mid-race, really suits him, and he can just camp in behind them and come with that run when he's ready around the corner. Obviously, being a horse that needs to be given a chance, he sometimes gets too far back, and then when you try and ride him a bit handier, he can't finish as well. So definitely up the straight. Yep.